Being a huge Digimon fan, I wanted to give a quick opinion on the new Applimon series. This is essentially a reboot for the Digimon franchise. They're using the name to gain recognition, but they want to distance themselves from the Digimon universe. I love the basic premise of a subspecies of Digimon based on apps, updating digital monsters using a format that is everywhere. I'm excited to see what apps they use and designs they make. For example, I love that they use the location symbol as the arms for Navimon, and Weathermon is just adorable. I am disappointed that they're sticking with the fusion thing. It adds a more chaotic element to an already inconsistent universe. There are some franchises that do it well, like Steven Universe is known for the gem fusions. It's a big part of the show, and they make it work partly because every gem, including fusions, are based on real-life minerals. So there's a way to guess what a gem will look like and maybe even what fusion they'll become. There's a certain logic to it. Skylanders is another good example. Their fusion is just swapping the upper and lower halves of the Skylanders and gaining the abilities that come from that half, like tentacle whips from octopus legs and bombs from robot arms. Don't get me wrong, DNA Digivolution in the first 2 seasons was great because it was rare and unique. It didn't need these kinds of rules because a very limited amount of Digimon could do it. I do like the idea of Scopemon. A camera and a gun combined into a scope makes sense, both having lenses and a scope being a gun attachment. I will love this if they stick to this sort of logic, but Dogachimon seems to already break that, being just a more powerful form of Gachimon, like Shoutmon ×2. It would be better if they were able to combine, like adding a category folder to keep apps together. For example, any game attribute Appmon can combine into GameMon, like putting 2 game apps into a game folder. Secondly, there is an emphasis on collecting Applimon. You kind of have to say it. Gotta catch 'em all? After nearly a decade of these franchises being compared to each other and Pokemon having far more widespread success, you're really gonna try to compete more with Pokemon? They've already won. And I'm a casual fan of Pokemon too, don't get me wrong, but one of the best things about Digimon was having that one partner that was uniquely yours. You suited each other and made each other stronger. Your strength literally depended on the closeness of your relationship. Having said that though, I loved the concept in Frontier where you could become a Digimon. Why would you not want to become a Digimon? I cannot tell you how excited I was as a kid when I first saw biomerging in Tamers. But, back on track. I wish we'd stick with one Digimon partner and not a team. Give them options of what to digivolve into, new forms of digivolution like mode changes. Just don't make it Pokemon. Find something unique that isn't part of many other animes and the main concept of the anime you've been unofficially and officially competing against for years. I think your best chance is basically to keep loyal fans happy and try to trick younger kids new to Pokemon into thinking that this is just as good. Wow, that came out mean and bitchier than I meant it to be. Basically, this seems to be a more refined version of Digimon Cross Wars. They actually have levels. But despite my complaints and wants, I love the overall concept, like I said, and this is bound to inject some freshness into a series that is nearly 2 decades old. I hope it remains popular enough for me to enjoy Digimon for many more years. Just remember, Digimon has always won in plot. When something becomes the butt of the joke, I seem to like it more. Even become overprotective of it. Like I can't stand bullying even when it comes to fictional characters.